So I've been doing some studying on my favorite university YouTube channel, PragerU.
Oh, that's, you're a scholar. You're an academic now.
I'm a scholar.
Yeah.
And it turns out that there is a war on us.
What, on racists?
No, on boys.
What's even worse?
Yeah, it's even worse.
That's our whole channel.
There's a war on
Boy
boys. So I thought maybe today we can find out who's doing this war and why.
Boys, 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 boys.
The war on boys.
This is terrifying. I didn't know there was a war on boys.
Being a normal boy is a serious liability in today's classroom. Boys tend to be disorganized and restless. Some have even been known to be noisy and hard to manage. Sound like any boy you know?
I wonder if the viewers of PragerU just know a lot of boys. It's just like, this is my, hey, sound like any boys you know? I know you guys know lots of young boys.
You're crazy, right? You're noisy.
But increasingly, our schools have little patience for what only a couple of decades ago would have been described as boyishness.
What is this school?
The Ming Dynasty School. Ming Dynasty School for noisy boys.
Are you a boy that wears a helicopter hat and goes to a big dynasty school? Well, you're under attack.
Here are 4 reforms that would make a very good start. 1, turn boys into readers.
I'm so glad there's finally a YouTube channel brave enough to say, teach boys to read. Everyone's been ignoring that.
You're obviously being sarcastic, but I can't read, Alexa.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's true.
I feel like if there's a boy here you've forgotten about.
Turn, sound it out.
Turn boyus to...
There's a war on you right now, Alex.
Boys whose eyes glaze over if forced to read Little House on the Prairie may be riveted by the Guinness Book of Records.
Cool.
A boy is just born and he's like, I love the Guinness Book of World Records. It's in my blood.
It's not just boys. If you just pick more interesting material, it benefits both people. But it's weird to phrase this like it's on purpose and it's a war specifically targeting boys. I guess
Especially in a country that has like such a shit education system. It's so funny to be like, no, it's the boys that are getting punished. It's like, nah, I'm pretty sure your whole country's out. Like,
the whole country is so dumb.
If you're looking for suggestions for books that have proved irresistible to boys, go to guysread.com.
Guysread.com. It's porn. Guys Read is a web-based literacy program.
Our mission is to make some noise for boys. That's funny. That's our mission as boy as well.
Whoa, these books sound great. The Stinky Cheese Man.
The true story of the 3 little pigs. I love their like setting them up for conspiracy theories at a young age. It's like, we've all heard of the 3 little pigs, but actually behind the scenes.
We know that a wolf can't actually blow down a house made out of straw. There must have been some accelerant in the straw which helped the house fall down.
I recently read about a 3rd grader in Southern California named Justin who loved science fiction, pirates, and battles. Well, an alarmed teacher summoned his parents to school to discuss the picture the 8-year-old had drawn.
Did an 8-year-old draw this? That's awesome. So hard to draw silhouettes like that. It's actually really difficult.
I've seen this a lot with conservatives. They love to just make up stories. It's like you have a drunk mate that just says something. You're like, how are you meant to argue with this? You've made up an example, and I've been to school. I have multiple younger siblings. No one ever called anyone out for drawing a picture of someone. I feel like if you drew ISIS beheading people, maybe the teachers would have a little bit of a problem, but...
Or maybe you drew a picture of someone getting shot and like the person getting shot was you and the person shooting was like your dad.
Or you shooting the teacher or something that and said, I want to do this December 9th. I just don't believe this. I don't think this is true.
Which included several decapitated heads.
It was ISIS.
This boy just tried to draw a normal picture of ISIS, and that's why boys are falling behind, because teachers nowadays want to stop them from
joining ISIS.
Yeah, from joining ISIS.
If boys are constantly subject to disapproval for their interests and enthusiasms, they're likely to become disengaged and lag further behind.
Their interest and enthusiasms in this example is beheading people. It's just such a good conservative thing. It's like, boys are boys. They just want to go to war and kill people. And you want to stop them?
0 out, 0 tolerance. Boys are nearly 5 times as likely to be expelled from preschool as girls. And in grades K through 12, boys account for nearly 70% of suspensions.
Claiming that that's boys being oppressed is insane. What it actually is proof of is that girls have much more discipline. They're forced to do things a lot more. Boys are a lot freer to do the stuff that gets them in trouble. Girls are like programmed to not break any rules from a really young age.
They're proving a freedom of the boys. Like when we would wag school non-stop and it didn't even cross our minds as being a problem. But then you speak to girls and like, no, never wagged school. Never did any of that.
Or just like fucking boys were like jumping out of the window. Some of our friends were like putting poo in the oven at food tech. A girl doesn't do that.
And feeding it to girls in our class.
Hardly a week goes by without a news story about a young boy running afoul of the school's zero tolerance policy.
There are news stories about someone getting suspended.
I don't believe that.
Insane.
When there's a school shooting every single day, I don't believe they're like, and someone did a swear, and he survived, and now he's alive.
Josh Welsh, age 7, was recently sent home from his Maryland school for nibbling off the corners of a strawberry Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun.
I've done that so many times. I've done that so many times with Sayos and different things. Never got in trouble. I was telling you this story. I brought a red belly black snake to school and I did not get in trouble. I could have killed my whole class with the snake. Nothing. Teacher was just like, oh, I should take this from Alex. Yeah. I shouldn't let him have the snake.
What I just hate is they just bring up these like weird anecdotes because like this could have happened, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like some teacher overreacted to some kid making a gun out of a Pop-Tart. But they like to claim that it's like this far-reaching, overriding thing where it's just like, boys aren't even allowed to eat biscuits anymore. This one teacher actually controls every single school in America.
It's also worrying because you can understand if you're a teacher in America where kids come to school and shoot people, you would constantly be on edge and being like, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? And this kid's fucking nibbling little clues and making little guns and pointing at kids. You'd be like,
I can either expel you or kill you in like 2 years' time when you come and shoot up the school.
Let's find out what the name of this school was.
Recently sent home from his Maryland school.
What? Was there a school shooting at that same school?
No, I'm sure. Isn't Maryland's a place? I mean, but when you search up Maryland's, there are multiple shootings at different Maryland's and Maryland schools. So this doesn't seem like a completely
overreaction.
No. If anything, I think it's an underreaction. You should have shot that child.
Yeah, execute him.
Kill that child is what I would have done.
Games like Dodgeball, Red Rover, even Tag have all but disappeared. Too damaging to self-esteem or too violent.
Is Tag banned in America? Because I thought Australia was like on the forefront of banning things. You know, we don't have guns, we don't have it. We still have Tag.
We play Tag. Tag is fucking awesome.
I can play right now. Look at that. No one's going to touch me.
So, apparently Tag is banned in some schools in America.
No.
Well, it's very bizarre that you can have guns and then ban Tag. So at least Australia is pretty consistent. It's like, we're going to ban all weapons. We're allowed to play Tag though.
One popular classroom guide suggests tug of war be replaced with tug of peace.
I mean, they're still tugging.
They're still tugging.
We want the kids to tug.
What do you mean tug of peace even sounds worse? That sounds sexual. That sounds like
tug of peace.
Tug of peace, kid.
Boys need to work off their energy. They need to be free to play games they enjoy, and keeping them cooped up and inside all day will not help them learn.
I love the insinuation that keeping girls cooped up and inside it will help them learn. Like, this is a girl thing.
They love cages.
They love being in prison. This is what girls. That's how girls learn.
You have
to put them in a cage, and then they become smart. But boys, see, we're different. We enjoy being human beings.
Exactly.
These are our sons. These are the young men with whom our daughters will build a future.
Why does she have smallpox?
Because she's been cooped up in a cage forever. They've got like 10 girls to a little battery farm cage.
But they like that.
Yeah.
They like smallpox.
Not like boys.
If boys are in trouble, so are we all.
Well said, boy. What a well-spoken boy. Save your child's mind. When did we watch that?
I watched that.
You watched it without me?
Yeah, sorry.
You watched PragerU without me?
I wanted to save your mind, Alex.
Let's make men masculine again.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common. Men. Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience.
Ambition. That's what rape is.
Just ambitious. She's probably going to say something else, but that's insane.
All the stuff of toxic masculinity, right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine. Make men more like women.
It's just so funny because you're pointing out these obvious things that everyone hates. So sexual assault and like murder. Like, these are bad things. But then for some reason suggesting that you want to stop that is like, oh, so you want to get rid of all men.
It's a weird thing to just say as well that's inherent in men.
Yeah.
I don't want to murder anyone or rape anyone.
Because you're a woman. It's because you already got to you.
When you try to make men more like women, you don't get less toxic masculinity. you get more.
I'm so glad they showed the proof of the men-woman-o-meter.
Yeah, but I got confused because the meter kept going and went. It said more masculinity. If you try to stop it, you get more, but then it went to a woman.
Yeah.
And it went into full woman, which would be no masculinity.
Yeah, I see. Look, I didn't go to pro university. I don't actually know how to read that metric.
I thought that would mean the opposite, but
Bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad.
that's what you said.
Yeah, but no one's arguing against that.
No.
Like they're making up. They're pretending that they've got someone to argue against.
Aggression, violence, and unbridled ambition can't be eliminated from the male psyche.
No, but you're the one who's claiming unbridled ambition is what's linked to sexual assault. You're the crazy person. No one's telling you to get rid of ambition.
Yeah.
It's just that you see rapists as very ambitious people, which is just a very weird thing to say.
The answer to toxic masculinity isn't less masculinity. It's better masculinity.
No one's arguing against you. It's so crazy. It's just like this constant assumption that the left want to just kill men or like stop boys from reading. It's just like it's like, you see, this is what they want, and we're the normal guys. It's like, no, you're just arguing against absolutely no one. Saying just bizarre things like rapists are ambitious. It's just like you're the crazy person here.
And we know what that looks like. It's a father working long hours to provide for his family. It's a soldier risking his life to defend his country.
When has America ever defended their country?
When? Yeah.
It's like,
who's invaded America? Who are you talking about? We're defending our country by going to another country and killing children.
These proud boys killing farmers and kids in Afghanistan. Who's going to do that? Without men.
Who's going to do that? Women, are you going to go kill the children in Afghanistan?
Healthy families and strong communities depend on the leadership and bravery of good men. Yet the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of
this graph. It's like, well, I guess they did the study.
It looked like the line, the more points we plot in, the line is getting pink. Oh, what's happened here?
I mean, I wish I could disagree, but the science is
science is there. There's more pink.
I'd love to see like when it suddenly went down.
Yeah.
Like 1983, men became men again.
This was 2001, September 11.
September 11 is when we all became men.
September 11 when we became men. We went to Afghanistan.
Yeah. And then Mean Girls came out.
Mean Girls came out.
And like everyone wanted to be a hot girl. So that's...
Yeah. Then what happened?
Iraq,
we got a bit more. What happened here?
I don't even want to think about that.
That's a big jump. There could be gay marriage.
Gay marriage. Famously is two men become women and marry each other.
On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have long been banished.
Banished! Dodgeball to the nether realms.
It might be true though.
I mean, yeah, we looked it up.
Yeah, it probably is true.
We tell young men that their intrinsic desire to compete is wrong.
So dumb. I hate when they talk about nature. It just makes no sense. You think a man came from a rib. Like, what are you talking about natural? You're insane. You're a crazy person. And you're trying to talk about nature.
By his intellect, Lewis explains, man is mere spirit, and by his appetite, mere animal. We need both. Take away one, and you're left with a man who's either weak or wicked. And in a world of wickedness, weak men are nothing more than enablers of wicked men.
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't.
The thing is, they'd have like these dumb graphs and like milk all these points for so long, and suddenly they go into like a textual analysis of C.S. Lewis, and they're just like, well, this is straightforward to everyone.
This is straight. Spirit animal.
Animal, wicked animal.
Are the conservative men that are watching this just like following it to be like, oh yes, spirit, wicked?
They said men couldn't read. Like, please pander to us, because I fucking have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Rape, murder, war. They all have two things in common. Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring, and weak men who won't stop them. We need good men who will.
I love that women just don't exist.
Yeah.
It's just no agency at all. They just have to like bring out a woman to say all these absurd things. Like, well, actually, women are completely irrelevant. Women like me, we just got nothing to do with anything. We got no opinions, no thoughts, no abilities to do a single thing.
Women like me, I didn't even write this script. I'm so weak.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video. To help keep Boy videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.